was the turn I always take, and didn't bother going back. The road ahead was unfamiliar, that felt better for a change. The sun was high between the buildings, a little breeze came through the shade. I had nowhere I needed to be, so I took the longer way. A narrow street ran toward the river, small cafes along the side. Someone had left a window open, white curtains moving in the light. I bought a drink near the crossing, cold against my fingertips, then kept walking past the corner just to see what came next. Grew quieter after noon. The traffic faded block by block. Trees leaned over the old pavement, making islands out of shade. I stopped beneath one for a minute, eyes turning slowly in a cup. The city looked the same as always, only I had changed my route. Clouds moved in above the rooftops, softening the afternoon light. The air became a little cooler. Everything lost its sharper edge. I crossed another empty street and followed where the shadows went. There was something good about not knowing what came next. Showed between the buildings, silver under the lowering sun. People passed with sleeves rolled up, heading somewhere before dark. I stayed there a little longer, watching light move on the water, and turned around without a hurry, taking different streets again. By the time I headed home, the signs were glowing overhead. The route had taken twice as long, but I didn't mind at all. Nothing waited at the end of it, nothing needed to be found. Sometimes the better part of leaving is taking longer to come back. Long way home, no hurry. Late afternoon across the glass, the light grew soft as people passed. A cup went cold beside my hand. I watched the shadows slowly bend. You sat across with tired eyes, the kind that come from longer days. We had nowhere we had to be, so time could move however it pleased. Outside the window, buses turned. The traffic lights came on in rows. chair. The day was leaving from your face. Nothing important filled the room. Still I wanted to remain. The sky went pale, then deeper blue. The tables emptied one by one. A quiet warmth stayed in the air long after most of day was gone. I watched your fingers touch the cup, then rest beside it without thought. Small things became enough somehow. A little light, a little time. There was no reason to stay late, no unfinished thing to say, but neither of us reached to leave. The hours softened where we sat. The street outside grew calm and dim. The glass reflected both of us. For once the world could carry on without asking anything from me. The chairs were stacked along the wall. The room grew quieter than before. We finally stood and took our coats. The night was waiting at the door. Cool air moved against my face. You walked beside me down the block. I looked behind just once and saw the little window still aglow. A slower night, a lighter heart. The morning stayed a little longer. Sunlight running down the walls. Windows open to the street. Warm air moving through the rooms. I stepped outside without a plan. A cold drink in my hand. The city looked the same as always, only brighter from where I stood. A bicycle crossed the avenue. Someone laughed near the corner shop. White shirts moved beneath the trees. A bus rolled slowly through the light. I took the side with more sun, past open doors and painted walls. Nothing waited at the end that made it easier to keep going. curve toward the square. A little breeze came through the shade. The ice moved softly inside the cup. A small sound beneath the traffic. I slow beside a quiet window, watch reflections cross the glass. The afternoon had barely started. There was plenty left to see. A row of trees open ahead, their shadows moving on the ground. The city felt less crowded there, even with people passing through. I kept walking toward the river, following the brighter blocks. Every turn felt slightly lighter, every step a little easier. Shifted toward the west. The streets stayed warm but not too heavy. Shops were busy near the station. Doors kept opening one by one. I took another street toward home, then changed my mind and walked one more. The day still had something left in it, even if I didn't know what. By late afternoon the sky was clear. The glass buildings caught the sun. I finally turned toward my street, still carrying a lighter pace. Nothing rare had filled the day. No perfect moment needed a name. I had simply walked the brighter side, and somehow that was enough. Bright street, easy day. The road was quiet under the trees. Thin morning light moved through the leaves. The air was warm but not too still. A softer breeze came down the hill. I walked without a place in mind. The shadows shifted as I passed. Nothing hurried through the street. The day had room to breathe. A row of windows caught the sun. The glass turned pale then warm again. A bicycle leaned beside a wall. A little garden stood behind. The city noise was somewhere far. Only footsteps stayed nearby. The longer I kept walking on, the lighter everything became. You came into view beneath the shade. The sunlight moved across your face. No sudden change filled up the air. The moment simply settled there. We followed streets without a map, past quiet doors and open gates. The morning slowly turned to noon, and neither of us noticed when. A small cafe sat near the trees. White curtains moved inside the room. The tables held the summer light. The floor stayed cool beneath our feet. A cup rested between my hands. The hours softened where we stayed. No larger meaning needed shade. The day was already enough. By early afternoon the sky grew bright. The shadows shortened on the road. The leaves kept moving overhead. A silver bus went passing through. We stepped outside into the heat. The air had changed, but not the mood. I carried something quiet with me. A slower rhythm from the shade. The street returned to its usual sound. Open doors and passing cars. Nothing around us looked brand new. The city stayed the way it was. Still every little piece of light seemed easier to notice now. The day had offered nothing rare, and somehow that was enough. Moving leaves, soft light. Late morning light across the floor. The window open just enough. A little breeze moved through the room and lifted papers from the desk. I left the clock where I could not see. Put on a shirt and stepped outside. No list of places in my head. No reason to arrive. The street was already warm and bright. A delivery bike passed me by. Someone was watering flowers outside. Water running toward the road. I took the corner I usually missed and found a quieter way downtown. The longer route felt better today, so I stayed with it. A small place near the crossing had its windows open wide. Cold glasses lined the counter, drops of water down their sides. I took one out beneath the awning and watched the traffic come and go. No need to check what time it was. The sun was enough to know. You found me later near the station, walking slowly through the shade. We crossed beneath the taller buildings where the air was cool again. Nothing waited at the other end. No reservation, no fixed plan. We simply followed where the streets went and let the afternoon begin. had changed from white to gold. The city kept its usual pace, but ours had fallen somewhere else, a little slower than the crowd, a little longer at each turn. There was enough of day remaining to leave tomorrow for tomorrow. By evening we were heading back, past windows glowing one by one. The air was cooler on the road, the busy hours almost done. I thought about how little happened and how complete the day still felt. Nothing needed to be hurried, nothing needed to be more. No hurry, just enough. The sun stayed high above the street, warm air rising from the ground. I left my jacket where it was, no reason yet to carry more. A cold drink rested in my hand, the ice moved softly as I walked. The afternoon was running late, still no one seemed to mind. The corner shops had opened wide, a little music drifted out. White shirts moved beneath the trees, a bus rolled slowly through the light. I crossed the road without a plan and took the longer way around. The day had nowhere else to go, neither did I for now. You waited near the shaded wall, the sunlight caught along your sleeve, a paper cup between your hands, small drops of water on the side. We started walking toward the park, past bicycles and open doors. The city felt a little loose, as if the heat had softened it. The shadows stretched across the steps, the air stayed warmer than it looked. A breeze moved through the narrow street and disappeared between the walls. We found a place beneath the trees and watched the traffic from the shade. Nothing needed to begin, nothing needed to end. The ice had almost melted down, the sky had turned a paler blue. Windows caught the lowering sun and held it there for just a while. People started heading home, the sidewalks changed their steady pace. We stayed outside a little more, because the evening could still wait. By the time the lights came on, the heat had finally left the road. A cooler wind moved through the trees. The city found its evening sound. Nothing about the day was rare. No perfect place or distant view, just summer staying a little longer, and enough time to notice it. Still warm outside, still time to stay. Bad against the walls, heat rising slowly from the street. I crushed beneath a narrow shadow, looking for a cooler place. A blue awning moved in the wind above a small half-open door. I'll stop beneath it for a while and let the city pass me by. A cold glance rested in my head, eyes turning softly near the top. The traffic changed with every light, shoes crossed quickly over stone. Nothing called me from the shade, no clock was asking me to move. The afternoon could take its time, and so could I, for once. Between the buildings, cold enough to lift my shrink. The sunlight moved across the windows, bright then pale then bright again. I watched those shadows change their shape along the edge of every wall. The city never really stopped, it only softened from where I stood. The grass grew lighter in my head, the eyes had almost disappeared. A sapling slowed near the crossing and vanished down another street. Clouds gathered above the rooftops, taking some heat out of the light. I stayed beneath the blue awning a little longer than I planned. By mid-afternoon, the road had changed. The shadows stretched a little farther, and people moved at an easier pace. The air had lost its sharper edge. They stepped again into the sunlight and followed the quieter blacks. The shade stayed with me for a while, like something cold inside the day. A little when I headed home, the sky had turned a softer blue. The same small awning stood behind me, moving gently in the rain. Nothing happened worth explaining, no perfect moment leading shade inside the summer, in need of time to notice it. The day was leaning toward the evening, but the street was still alive. Warm light rested on the windows, long enough to make me stay. I had already turned for home, then stopped before the next crossing. Nothing waited that could not wait, so I changed my mind. The air was cooler near the buildings, shadows covered half the road. People passed with slower footsteps, carrying the end of their day. I found a place beside the corner where the noise felt far away. For a moment there was nowhere I would rather have been. The sky was turning pale above me, heat still resting on the stone. A cold drink against my fingers, almost empty by then. I watched the light move down the walls, little by little losing gold. The afternoon was disappearing without needing to be held. A breeze came through a narrow street, soft enough to change the air. The city kept moving around me, but the hurry felt less close. I stayed beneath the longer shadows, letting minutes come and go. There was something good in knowing nothing needed to happen. The first few lights appeared behind glass. The sky became a deeper blue. Footsteps crossed the quiet pavement, then faded around the block. I finally moved from where I'd been, still taking the slow way. The evening felt a little lighter for the time I gave to it. By the time I reached my street, night had settled over everything. Windows glowed above the sidewalk, the warmer hours were gone. Nothing changed because I stayed. No answer waited. In the light I simply gave the day more room. And somehow that felt right. A little longer than home. The afternoon was running late, but sunlight stayed above the street. The buildings threw their shadows down, leaving narrow lines of heat. I kept my sleeves above my arms, a cold drink against my hand. There was no reason to go inside, not while the light was still this good. The corner opened toward the park. A row of trees moved in the wind. Bicycles passed along the road, then disappeared behind the shade. I crossed beneath the traffic lights and took the quieter side of town. Every block felt slightly slower, every step a little lighter. A small cafe beside the street had all its windows open wide. Cool air drifted through the doorway, then vanished into summer heat. I stopped outside beneath the awning, ice turning slowly in my cup. The city kept moving around me, I didn't need to follow yet. The sun came through between the leaves in broken pieces on the ground. The warm reflection crossed the windows, then moved away without a sound. I took another street toward nowhere, let the afternoon decide the route. The longer daylight stayed around, the less I wanted anything else. The shadows reached across the road. The air began to lose its heat. A breeze came down between the buildings, cool enough to change the pace. The shops were turning on their lights, but daylight still held to the sky. I kept walking one block farther, just to keep the evening back. By the time I turned for home, the sun was low behind the roofs. The road had changed from white to gold, then slowly into softer blue. Nothing special filled the afternoon, no place I needed to remember. Just a little more sun than expected, and enough time to enjoy it. A little more sun, a little more time. Heat on the sidewalk, light on the glass, a cold drink turning water in my hand. The city moved consumer lines, white shirts in passing backs. I took the shade along the wall and let the afternoon move slow. Nothing waiting at the end, nothing pulling me along. The crosswalk changed from red to green. A bus rolled past and disappeared. Warm air lifted from the road and softened beneath the trees. I kept walking through the blocks, past open doors and quiet signs. The day felt wide for no real reason, and that was good enough. Came into view near the corner, sunlight resting on your shoulder. Ice moved softly inside your cup, a little sound beneath the street. We walked together toward the park, without deciding where to stop. The longer we stayed outside, the slower everything became. A narrow bench beneath the trees, a patch of shadow on the ground. The traffic stayed a little far, the air moved gently through the leaves. The afternoon had lost its edge, the heat no longer felt as heavy. No need to fill the quiet space, the moment already felt complete. Sky grew pale above the roofs. The sunlight turned to softer gold. People crossed the avenue, carrying the end of the day. We stayed outside a little longer. The drinks nearly finished now. The city kept its steady pace, while ours became a little lighter. By early evening the road had cooled, the windows started coming alive. A softer wind moved through the blocks and lifted the summer air. Nothing about the day was where, no perfect plan or distant place, just sunlight lingering on the street, and enough time to stay. Warm street, cool drink, warm street, cool drink. buildings held the summer sky. Cars moved slowly through the heat. I had a drink against my hand, cold water running down the side. The next light waited up ahead. There was no need to reach it fast. A narrow shadow crossed the wall. A store door opened to the street. Someone stepped out with headphones on, then disappeared into the crowd. I slowed beside a quiet corner, let the traffic move ahead. The space between two crosswalks felt longer than it was. The sun reflected off the windows bright enough to make me turn. A little breeze moved past my shoulder, cooler underneath the trees. The city kept changing around me, one signal then another. I stopped counting where I was going and simply kept walking. A cafe door stood open wide, cool air slipping to the sidewalk. I stayed outside beneath the shade, watching people come and go. The acid nearly melted down. The afternoon was moving on. Nothing waited on the other side that I couldn't reach later. The sunlight softened overhead. The buildings turned a warmer shade. A bus moved through the intersection, then vanished past the lights. I crossed again without a hurry, this time taking another street. The city felt a little wider when I stopped rushing through it. By late afternoon I turned back home. The road was cooler underfoot. Windows carried the lowering sun, and people moved toward evening. Nothing special marked the day. No place needed to be remembered. Just a little space between two crossings, and enough time to notice it. One green light, then another. The road was warm beneath my feet. The light had softened on the walls. A little wind moved through the trees and cooled the edge of afternoon. I walked beyond the usual turn, past windows windows glowing in the sun. The heat was fading from the street, and everything felt easier. A bicycle passed along the road. The leaves moved gently overhead. A glass of ice rested in my hand, the water running down the side. The city kept its steady pace, but mine had slowed without a plan. The farther evening came into view, the lighter the day became. The sky grew pale above the roofs. The shadows stretched across the lane. A small cafe had opened wide, cool air moving through the door. I stopped beneath the shaded wall and let the traffic pass me by. The day had almost lost its heat. The night had not arrived just yet. The windows caught the final light. The pavement turned from gold to gray. A quieter sound filled up the street. As people slowly headed home, I kept walking one block more. No reason to return too soon. The air had changed just enough to make the city feel brand new. First few lights came on below. The sky grew deeper overhead. A cooler breeze moved through the road and lifted the edge of my shirt. The heat had finally let me go. The day felt open once again. Nothing rare had happened there. Still I wanted to remember it. By the time the night arrived, the street had cooled beneath the signs. The windows glowed along the block. The city found its evening sound. I carried home a quieter pace, a little space inside my head. The heat was gone, the road remained, and that was enough for me. Cooler air, later light. The heat had stayed all afternoon, along the walls and on the road. But something changed beneath the trees. A little air began to move. The sunlight fell at softer angles. The windows lost their sharper glow. I slowed my steps without a reason. The day felt easier to hold. A narrow street opened ahead. White curtains moved behind the glass. A bicycle stood beside the door. Its shadow stretched across the wall. The city sounded farther now, though nothing really had gone still. The air had simply changed its weight, and everything moved with it. You came along beneath the shade, a cold drink resting in your hand. Small drops had formed around the cup and caught the light as we walked on. We followed streets we already knew, past open windows and quiet shops. The same old places felt more gentle, with cooler air between the walls. The sky grew pale toward the west. The afternoon began to thin. A distant train moved through the city, then disappeared behind the roofs. We found a bench beneath the trees. The pavement still held summer heat, but every breeze that passed through made the evening feel much closer. The shops turned on their first few lights. The glass reflected moving cars. The air no longer held the day as tightly as it had before. We kept on walking through the blocks without a place we had to reach. The city softened little by little as the heat let go of it. By the time the sky grew dark, the road had cooled beneath our feet. The windows glowed along the street, and evening settled into place. Nothing about the day had changed. No sudden moment marked the turn. Just warmer hours falling behind, and something lighter moving in. Cooler air, slower light. The day was long beneath the heat. Late sunlight covered the street. The traffic moved in slower lines. The hours loosened from my mind. I left the noise a block behind. The evening air felt soft and wide. Nothing needed to be solved. The day was finally letting go. You walked beside me through the shade. Warm light rested on your face. The city kept its steady sound. Our footsteps found a slower ground. A little breeze moved through the trees. The summer heat began to ease. No destination pulled us on. We simply followed where the road went. A corner cafe held the light. The windows glowed against the night. We stayed outside beneath the trees. The air had cooled around the street. A quiet rhythm filled the space. Nothing hurried, nothing changed. The weight I carried through the day was slowly falling far away. The sky grew deeper overhead. Street lights warmed the road ahead. The city felt less sharp. Somehow the noise was softer where we were. I noticed how the evening moved, how every step became more loose. The day had started hard and fast. Now nothing needed to move that way. We crossed the bridge above the road. The lights below began to glow. A train moved past somewhere afar. The windows carried little stars. I let the silence settle in. It felt complete without a word. Some hours need no bigger shape. They only need a little room. By the time we turned for home, the streets had cooled, the day was gone. The same old buildings stood around, the same familiar evening sound. Still something in me had grown light. A softer pace, a quieter mind. The road back home was nothing new. It simply felt better beside you. Slow steps, warm night. I wasn't ready to go home yet. The lights still rested on the road. The heat had faded from the walls, but summer stayed inside the air. A cold drink rested in my hand. The ice moved softly as I walked. The evening waited far ahead. There was still time to stay. The shops were changing for the night. Small lights appeared behind the glass. The traffic moved a little slower. Long shadows crossed the avenue. I took the street beside the trees. The air was cooler underneath. Nothing pulled me back inside. So I kept walking through the light. station faded behind the blocks. The buildings open toward the sky. A little breeze moved through my shirt, then disappeared between the walls. The city sounded farther now, though nothing really had gone quiet. I let the evening change its shape without deciding where to stop. A quiet table near the window, a glass of ice between my hands. The room was cool, the streets still warm. The difference felt good somehow. People came and slowly left. The sky grew deeper overhead. I didn't need to fill the silence. The hour already felt complete. The signs were brighter than the sky. The first few stars were hard to see. A narrow breeze moved down the street and softened what was left of heat. I stepped outside again alone. The night had almost settled in. Still I wished the road was long.